Everyone knows Mario. Your parents know Mario. Your friends know Mario. If you play video games and don't know Mario.
What's wrong with you?
His first official game released in 1985, called Super Mario Bros. This game may not be perfect, but its contribution to video games is very difficult not to acknowledge. The first of the main three NES Super Mario games, and the first time Mario had his own dedicated game to himself. And no, Donkey Kong doesn't really count. You see, in Mario, you play as, you guessed it, Mario, and run through levels to reach the end goal, the flagpole. This detail in of itself was actually kind of revolutionary, because it very well established the idea of a game that could be properly defeated. There was an end goal instead of a high score or a last as long as you can scenario. Not to say it was the first, because it definitely wasn't the first, but Mario had an end that was contextual to the game, instead of whatever the fuck this is. It established an entire genre of platforming on its own, and it established Mario as the symbol of Nintendo's brand. It's kind of funny to see how this little mess of colors became this. Well, how's the game itself, you say? It's okay. Super Mario Bros. Has 8 worlds, with 4 worlds each. Each end with a castle, where you encounter a Bowser, and some of them go by in a flash, while others are complete bullshit. Honestly, I actually do like this game as a whole. The challenges presented are actually fun, mostly possible, and aren't as cryptic as the platform it's on is known for. In comparison to Super Mario Bros. 2, the concept of just moving right works great because it avoids the player getting confused and lost, and levels become memorable instead of cryptic and sprawling in all directions. The gameplay isn't exactly varied, and there's only 3 power-ups in the game: the mushroom, the fire flower, and the star. So the game really has to rely on the platforming to be interesting. And it actually does pretty alright with that. It's a bit challenging, and there's little secrets, which I'm definitely a fan of. Like here on level 1-2, where you can break this block and actually get above the level in front of the score, and bam, world skips. Neat. The movement is a bit sluggish, but once you get going, now that's where the fun starts. Overall, I think Super Mario Bros. Did it well for a game. It had room for improvement, but most of it resulted from the platform it was on and the technology it had available to itself then. The game is simple in nature, but does a lot with what it has. Super Mario Bros. Is honestly a great way to get into the Mario series, and yes, I know what I'm saying, because it's simple enough to avoid overwhelming the player. However, it also doesn't pull its punches, and puts you in your place when need be. If you're someone who can appreciate older retro games and haven't somehow even remotely played this game, then there is enjoyment to be found. There's a decently meaty game here. I was genuinely amazed that I was actually having fun playing such an old game since I was expecting to be horrifically bored. Now, does this play well? I can't talk for other platforms that this can be playable on, and oh, I promise you there are other platforms to play this on. But I played the Nintendo Switch Online version, and holy crap the delay. Personally, I can't tell if this is because it's an NES game, or it's just because of some whack emulation. But input never really feels like it responds when you expect it to. You'll move right, stop, want to go left, and well, I hope you enjoy playing the entire level again. Overall, the best game of 2020 so far. Oh my lord, did I just do a fucking game review on Super Mario Bros?